God said, I will give you a son, and through your son, I will bless all the nations of the earth. But after 75, the man has journeyed, still no son. It looks as if the promise is failing. So in Genesis 15, God comes to say that, I want to let you know that the promise will not fail. So he cuts a covenant with him. But you see, the cutting of the covenant is not enough. The covenant has to be ratified. Because first and foremost, in Genesis 15, on Monday, when the man of God was speaking, he said that Abraham was sleeping. So it means that he is not the one that cuts the covenant. So the covenant is between God and himself. So for Abraham to partake of the covenant, he must show a commitment. So in Genesis chapter 17 verse 1, let's go to Genesis 17 verse 1. God had to enroll Abraham into the covenant and the blessing. And when Abraham was 99 years old, the Lord appeared and said, I am Almighty, I am El Shaddai. Walk before me and be perfect. So it means that the condition to become a partaker of the promise and the covenant is that be perfect. Walk before me and be perfect. But we all know Abraham was not perfect. So it means that the perfection of Abraham could not originate from his way of life. This man mortgaged his wife for his own safety. He dedicated his wife to an ungodly man so that he will not die. So we know that Abraham is, when we are saying perfect, Abraham as a man cannot be perfect. So it means that for you and I to be partakers of the promise, the perfection that we seek in the flesh can never bring us to become partakers of that promise and that covenant. So what did God do for Abraham? To ensure that forever and ever, Abraham qualifies for the promise, the covenant, and the blessing. Genesis 15 says that Abraham believed God after he told him the stories of the stars, and he counted it to him for righteousness. Now, what is righteousness? Righteousness is God's nature of perfection. Righteousness is God's nature for perfection. But here we say that God gave it to Abraham. Abraham could not earn this perfection by his lifestyle. All he had to believe to come to the place of perfection so that he will become a partaker of the covenant was to believe God. And through believing, he was accounted righteous. And this qualified him now to become a partaker of the promise and the covenant.